This is Lola Lee T.
Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's 90-day fiance before the 90 days, season 5, episode 1 recap. So it's an all new season of Before the 90 Days. I really love this show, and this will be my first, video on the show, but I am a big fan. So let's start with Caleb. Caleb loves to travel, and he met his girlfriend Alina on social media. They met when they were both teenagers. They were just friends. Both kept things in the friend zone, and they would both talk all the time, but sadly they fell out of touch and they both moved on. So years later, Caleb went on a dating website, and then just like that, he came across Elena's profile. I mean, how strange is that? It almost seemed like they were destined to meet up again. So the two of them started talking again, and then they started dating. They've been dating long distance for the last year and a half, but they have not met in person. We find out that Elena is a LP, which means little person. And actually, she is the first little person ever on 90 Day Fiancé. She really seems to have quite a lot of physical issues that we really take for granted. So she uses a wheelchair because she finds walking to be difficult. And from what we can see, her hands and feet look very different. So we're not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, Elena is different, but she's also very confident and extremely beautiful. She absolutely knows that she is different, and she realizes that she has some challenges. We find out that Elena really likes how Caleb accepts her as she is. She prefers tall men, and she has never dated a little person. Let's chat about Caleb for a bit. Caleb is very spirited, very handsome, intuitive, and also spiritual. He does tarot card readings because, of course, he's very intuitive, and he thinks a big change is coming to his life, and it might just be Elena. So we see that when Elena told her very protective parents that she was going to meet Caleb in Turkey, they also cautioned her to take it slow. So there is a little backstory on Elena. She was interested in a guy from South Africa, and she went all the way there to see him, to only realize that she was more into him than he was into her. So of course, she doesn't want that to happen again. And of course, her parents don't want to see her go through that again. Okay, so my first impression of this couple, they're both very attractive. I really like Elena. I love her confidence. I feel that she is also very intuitive, but I'm a little worried about this couple only because I do not think that Caleb has ever dated a little person. And I don't know if he realizes what Elena's disabilities are and how intense they can be. And I don't know if he will be able to support her in the way that she needs, and also in the way that she needs him to support her. I don't know, this might sound harsh, but I don't think this relationship is going to work out. And that is my prediction for this couple. Anyway, so this is just a first introduction to these two. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Let's talk about Kim. Let's talk about Miss Kim. Kim is an American, of course. She's 50 years old. She's a huge Michael Jackson fan. I'm also a Michael Jackson fan. I love Michael. She was married for over 20 years and her husband cheated on her. They are no longer together because of that. Kim is very loyal. And so she was very hurt that she was cheated on by someone that was not loyal. But it seems that the best thing that came out of that relationship was her son. So I feel that Kim is going to be a fan favorite. So Kim is in a relationship with Usman. We all know Soulja Boy Usman from another season of 90 Day Fiance. So Kim is very in love with him. And there was a scene where she was telling her mom how much she loved him. Usman is filming a music video in another country and he asked Kim to meet him there. Kim's mother doesn't think that Usman is the right guy for her, but Kim is so head over heels in love with Usman that she is willing to meet up with him. I'm not really sure what Kim's nationality is. I mean, I'm not sure if she's black, I'm not sure if she's white, I'm not sure if she's mixed, but I do know that she is American. And not that it matters if she's white or not. The only reason that I'm mentioning it is because I know that Usman has a type. So as I mentioned, Kim is dating Usman, baby girl Lisa's ex. She started off as a fan, just sending him the occasional DMs, and now they're a couple. Usman, as we know, was married to baby girl Lisa, and things spiraled out of control in that relationship. And yeah, it didn't work out. And in my opinion, I really feel that baby girl Lisa was very controlling, and I don't know what Usman's motivations were. Who knows? But things quickly fell apart in that relationship. So that relationship is done. And now he's with Kim. Usman, aka Soulja Boy, is still living in Nigeria. And that's why I think his relationship with Kim is kind of sus. And oh my God, Kim is such a sweetheart. She seems like such a genuine woman, just wanting to find love again. And I don't think Usman is being 100% genuine here. So it is highly suspicious that he answered her DMs on social media because I'm sure he must be getting thousands of DMs. I don't know, maybe my opinion is so negative of him because I didn't feel that he was really into baby girl Lisa. And now it seems like he's just starting the cycle over again with another American. I really feel like with this relationship between Kim and Usman, I feel that Kim is going to be the one that gets hurt. That is my prediction. And I just think that Kim is such a sweetheart and my heart goes out for my heart just goes out to her. Up next is Gino. He seems like a very conservative guy, doesn't take a lot of risk, but it looks like he took a risk on Jasmine. And it wasn't the first time that he's taken a risk because his ex-wife is from Brazil. He brought her to the United States on a K1 visa, and then they lost their, I guess you could say, spark in their marriage. Their marriage lasted for 7 years. And what I really liked was that he didn't say a bad thing about her on the show. But what we can see here is that Gino really likes foreign women. He met Jasmine on social media and the two hit it off right away. Gino seems to be head over heels in love with Jasmine because she's a very sexual person. He made sure to stock up on medication to help him in that department. That was interesting. And Gino and Jasmine both want kids. He was hoping to knock her up on his trip to Panama. Poor Gino, he doesn't realize that it doesn't quite work that way. Who is going to tell him? I mean, did he bother to ask Jasmine if she's on the pill or anything like that? So it looks like Gino really wants to rush into things, and his family and friends are telling him just to take it slow. I wish that he would listen to them. Gino is an engineer and he was let go from his job, but he does have some savings. And this guy is really good with money, but he has been sending money to Jasmine so that she can fix her teeth, do her hair, and do important things with the money, red flag stuff. His family did mention a prenup, but I think that he would be too afraid to mention a prenup to Jasmine. She would probably absolutely lose it if he mentioned a prenup to her. So, my impression of Gino and Jasmine, the baby talk that they do drives me crazy. And I'm really afraid for Gino. I see red flags everywhere, and they both seem so opposite to me. That's just my impression. Gino seems like a really nice guy, but Jasmine seems so jealous and so very controlling. And these two things are never good in relationships. I don't know. Gino just comes across as the type of guy that would be very easy to manipulate and to use. And Jasmine is absolutely gorgeous, and she seems like the type of woman that can get any man she wants. And I just wonder, what is she doing with Gino? Could it be that she's just using him to come to America? Or I don't know, maybe she just genuinely likes him. I guess we shall see. Let's talk about Memphis. First of all, I want to give Memphis a big hug because before I even talk about this relationship, I can tell you it's not going to work. She has two young kiddos. Memphis is an American. She met Hamza on an international dating website. She tried the traditional one. She didn't meet any matches. So she decided to go the international route. She met Hamza on an international dating website. And now she says that he is the love of her life. Hamza is from Tunisia. He doesn't understand much English and she doesn't speak much Arabic. I've been there and I've done that. I've dated a guy that couldn't speak a word of English, but he was gorgeous. He was beautiful. And my lesson was communication is key. This relationship is not going to work. So we found out that they use a translator app. They have never met in person, but Memphis is hot to file that K1 visa, and she cannot wait to marry him. This episode, Memphis was planning to fly to Tunisia to meet with her boyfriend for the first time. Her friends are rightly very worried about her. They asked her why the rush, but Memphis says this was the best relationship she's ever had, that she has consistency with Hamza that she doesn't have with anyone else. She tells her friends that he calls and messages her every day. Memphis said American men give up after 1 month and that Hamza wasn't like that. He loves her, she loves him. Memphis is ready and willing to marry Hamza as soon as possible, but because of her friends, she hasn't married him yet. So I think that Memphis is really lucky to have friends like these. Okay, so Memphis and Hamza, they are a gorgeous couple. She's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. She seems very stable in her profession. She seems to have money. I am assuming because we saw a preview of her possibly asking him to sign a prenup that she must have some money in the bank. Now, I want to take a moment just to talk about that shower scene. So, Memphis was taking a shower and Hamza was watching her take a shower. He was on video call with her. Now, I really think that this should have been a red flag for Memphis, mostly because of his culture. And if we remember about Brittany and what she went through with her boyfriend, I can't remember his name right now, but the family gave him a really hard time. And the things that Brittany was doing on social media was really affecting his relationship with his family. And I'm just saying that shower scene, well, it's being filmed by TLC. And I'm wondering, his parents could be watching the show, his other family members could be watching the show, friends of his family could be watching the show, and they may not think that she is a good fit for him. These are very important things to notice, especially if she is thinking of marrying him. And I think it would be very important for Memphis to find out how important Hamza's culture is to him. But again, as I mentioned before, I do not think this relationship is going to work, mostly because of the culture clashes that are happening and that are going to be happening. Okay, so that's it. Who is watching the show? What are your thoughts? Who are your favorite couples? Which couples do you think are going to make it? Which ones do you think are not going to make it? What are your predictions? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's have a conversation in the comment section. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.